a group, street talk, filling out the comprehensive plan survey. Share to group. Filling out the comprehensive plan survey. And is there any other group I want to share this to? The Business Association. Filling out the comprehensive plan survey. Okay. Now, maybe if I hit this. Oh. I hate going live on Facebook. Discard and exit, because I'm already live. I also need to get the YouTube one up. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's also not what I wanted. It's me into infinity. Move that over there. Move this over there. Expand that. Plus, no. Expand. Give me a new tab, which goes over here. Actually, second thought, I need this again. Yeah, just getting everything set up. Rouse'spointny.com. That is where I'll be pulling the survey from. I should be able to see someone's comments. Got it. There we go. Oh my god, it's delayed. Nope, it caught up-ish. Oh boy, that's delayed. The annoying thing is I'm trying to get it to where I can easily see everybody's oh, there we go. Okay, everybody's comments are over there. Test. Good, good, good. Put that there. Where's that other window? That is right here. YouTube Studio. Content. Live. Make that public. Go live in the control room so I can read the comments there. Yeah, this is what it takes to get a live stream working. But this way I'll be able to see comments from everything. And then I'll just have to edit it all later. Video producer, get there. Broadcasting. Stream manager. All the ARMA people are going to be rather confused because this is not ARMA 3. Village comprehensive plan. Category. There we go. That's done. There we go. Okay, so now I should be able to see everybody's comments on every platform, from YouTube to Twitch to Facebook, which is what I wanted. And now that we've got all this up and running, I can hit the record button. Boom. We are now live. Well, no, we've been live. Now I'm just recording. Alrighty, so we're doing right now is I am going to fill out the village comprehensive plan survey live in front of everybody in the village. Or at least however many people want to watch. And then kind of like show where to find it. We get that out of the way. The survey is available on the village webpage, bottom right here, comprehensive plan survey. We open this up, and there it is, the link. So now I'm going to fill the survey out, and then I'll post it to a few other places, because I'm just going to copy this link address and actually post it into the stream chat, for Facebook at least. There we go. So, okay, let's get this going. Which of the following would describe you? Select all that apply. Resident for over 10 years and business owner. Do you own or rent? I rent. Where do you work? Well, I work for the village of Rouse's Point. Oh wait, is that the only option I'm going to be able to get? Yeah, I can only pick one. Yeah, that works. Village of Rouse's Point. Which of the following had the greatest impact on your choice to live and or invest in the village of Rouse's Point? Let's see. Close family, friends. Not really. All my friends have left. Close to employment. That's not also a no. Affordability. Affordability has something to do with it. Quality. Quality here is very good. Can I pick more than one? Yes. No. I don't have a boat, so that's not really important. No. No. Definitely not. Climate. Climate is a big driver as to why I am in the village and like this area. Because I actually like the snow and I don't mind being cold. But no, most of my family is far away. I'm self-employed and could actually theoretically work from anywhere. Affordability of housing. Yeah, most of the areas I travel to are more expensive. Not school districts, and well, this could be done anywhere now. Access to good services, not really. Access to medical services, not really. This is a bonus, so I'm going to pick the proximity to lake despite the fact that I don't have anything like a kayak or anything like that. Next, biggest concerns. Definitely the vacant storefront. Definitely the truck traffic. This is improving. The streets are good. Sidewalks are good. We're doing some improvements to the utilities. Poor housing or property conditions. Yes. There we go. Just it all. Stagnation. Because this place has stagnated. Beyond the basic infrastructure, roads, water, sewer, where should the village direct taxpayer-funded investment? I'll pick this, because I don't want these trucks going downtown anymore. Definite public waterfront space and accessibility. I do not think this is a thing the village... I'm laissez-faire, so just politically I don't think this should be a thing. Community programming and events. Yes, I don't mind that. Parks and trails. We don't have a lot of space for that. This, yes. Code enforcement. Yeah, we'll put that in there. We don't actually have a huge code enforcement issue because we don't have that many problems to generally enforce. There's only a handful of people that actually do anything that are problematic. Which is good. The vast majority of everybody's perfectly fine. What recreational sites have you used in the past 2 years? Check all that apply. No. Have not used the center ice rink in a long time. I haven't used the boat launch, but I have been to the park. Have not... No, I have actually been there. I flew a drone there a couple days. Civic Center, I've been out there. Veterans Park, I've been out there. Don't use that, and don't use the private marinas. I don't have a boat. Meh, status quo. Marinas are important, but I don't really think we need more marinas. Let's see. Please select issues by the relevant importance as relate to village character. Preserving the character of Lake Street. I have no interest in preserving the current character of Lake Street because it is empty. I would rather have a Lake Street that has got a bunch of stores in it. But I am not preserving an empty Lake Street. I'm going to be pushing to find businesses and have Lake Street bustling again. Like structural-wise, as it is as a village main street with the commercial spaces on the first floor of the buildings on each side and that kind of style, that I want to preserve. But the current character of Lake Street is empty storefronts. I am not preserving that. I want to get stores in there. That is why I'd pick that as less important. It's not because I want to change the style of Lake Street. I want to have stores in Lake Street. Shopping in the village. It's very important. We need more of it, really. I can either way. Because you could say it's very important to preserve Lake Street as it is, which is a no because it's empty. So it makes it less important to preserve it as it is, but at the same time, this preserves the style, so I do want the style. But either way, I want to get stores in here. I'm not interested in preserving an empty main street with no stores. Dining in the village. Stopping truck traffic, yes. Encouraging art, culture, and entertainment. About there. Pedestrian safety, very important. Parks are pretty good. The main thing we need is a community garden type thing. Improving playgrounds. It's good so far. We just did that. The vitality of local businesses. Yes. Protecting historic properties in the village. There's not a lot of them. There's not a huge number of them. The train station's in good condition. But really the most historic structure is the train station, maybe the church, a couple of the churches, but there's not, at least by my definition of historic, but same thing for K. Maintaining scenic views. What my view of a scenic view is not necessarily what someone else's view is going to be. I like boats, so I like seeing boats in the lake. There's other people that do not like boats and do not like seeing boats on the lake. Protecting and caring for... Yes. Because this is so easy. M is so easy to do if we put the slightest bit of effort into there. Protecting natural resources. About there. Encouraging the use of alternative energy. Here's... Rouse's Point is largely green already. We use hydroelectric power. So this is less important. Maintaining open space in the village, about there. And establishing more bike hike paths. I'll put that there. Enforcing poor... Yep, I know I've got to be somewhere. Enforcing poor residential property maintenance through code enforcement. That's peak priority, but we don't have a huge number of problems. And again, peak priority. Having a community center. We have one. It's good. I want more. Priority 1. Ooh. The vitality of local business is 1, because without that we have nothing else. Did that notification actually... Nope, it's behind my little... It's behind my beautiful face in the bottom right, so no one saw that notification pop up. Dining, stopping truck traffic, yes. Let's see... Protecting historic properties in the village is 3rd. Although I think I only put that as moderate. But yeah. Additional comments regarding village character. We need more businesses for shopping, food, employment, and etc. Which I spelled incorrectly. I don't know how to spell that. And so on. There we go. Score these issues in relevant importance as they relate to the waterfront. Very important we have better access. More public events would be good. Walking trail would be good. Fishing. A small beach. Swimming. I don't know why these two are separate, but they are. E and F are separate. Picnicking areas. We've got a few. Put that there. Visitor boat docking. Yes. Yes, kayaking. Yes to kayaking, canoeing, and non-motorized boating. Big yes. Lodging for tourists. Yes. L. We do not have a natural shoreline in Rouse's Point. We just do not. I have to dig up the old maps, but this shoreline... This shoreline we have in Rouse's Point, go to satellite. Give me satellite. There we go. This is not the natural shoreline. This has almost all been filled in at some point. So preserving, what natural shoreline are we preserving? Because most of the Lake Street here, this is all fill for Lake Street. The old maps have a very, very different lakefront. So this is getting bottom priority for me because it just doesn't exist anymore. Restaurants, yes. Retail, yes. No. I'd say this, yes. But this is the boundary of Rouse's Point, roughly. This red outline here. We don't have a lot of room for more housing. There's some space here. There's some space here. No housing can be built here. And then there's some space up in here, but this is all commercial zoning. And this little bit, although Google Maps shows this as Rouse's Point, this little bit here is actually Champlain. And down this stretch of road that used to be the bridge, it's actually Champlain. So I'm putting single-family housing as like very important, but there's not a lot of room for it. Priority 1, okay. Providing better access to the lake, yes. Priority 2, kayaking, canoeing. And then priority 3. Priority 3, we'll put a walking trail at the lake, because what I'd like to see eventually is a boardwalk that goes down here, down the lakeshore, and just keeps going down the lakeshore in front of these two buildings and continues on down the lakeshore out to Stony Point Road. And this is basically just a path already, although cars can drive down it. Okay. Now, my priorities may not reflect other people's priorities. Answer this survey in any way you please, obviously. Additional comments regarding the waterfront. Is of utmost importance to the lake. Canoes, kayaks, which I definitely spelled wrong right there. And what was the other one? Canoes, kayaks, and the lake are vital. There we go. Okay. What are some of my favorite destinations along the lake within the village? Do I have one? This pier is nice. That's about it. Because the fort's not accessible. So the pier. That's about it. No. There isn't really a convenient one. Let's see. Please score these issues by their relevance importance as they relate to business economic development. Very important there. Very important there. Very important there. Encouraging visitors by boat. There. Encouraging non-retail businesses. Now, this is very important, but it also depends on where. I don't really want non-retail as mayor. I don't want non-retail on Main Street. Which includes my own business. I don't want this type of business on Main Street. I'm here just because it's cheap. But this should all be retail-style businesses in through here. Does it mean it's not important to encourage non-retail businesses? No, this is of vital importance. But we have two places for that. We've got this area up here, and then we have the area over here for non-retail. And then we've got this stretch here for retail. So there's a vital importance to get non-retail businesses because they'll be paying the... I'm looking over there to see comments. Just adjacent to Smith Street is a large parcel of land that is in village limits is being used for farming, but could be more housing. Yes, I may have pointed that out, because this is Smith Street down... Whoops, that's not supposed to happen. This is Smith Street down here, and that's the farmland that you're referring to. That's one of... And then this area here, it cuts across really bunkily, weirdly, like that, but this could be more housing too. But we are kind of cramped for space in terms of building in the village, and I'm pretty sure no one is going to want to live in here, right next to the train tracks like that. Granted, people do along here already. But yeah, back to the non-retail businesses. The industry, research, and development businesses should be not on the lakefront, but they should be built in this area and up here because they'll provide the tax base, mostly the use of utilities to maintain the current level of services we have for things like water and sewer. Because they use the vast majority of the power, water, and sewer, so they keep the... they basically make it cheaper for everybody else. Nationally franchised businesses. Research and development, yes. Everything else, no. Independent, locally owned business, yes. Small home-based businesses, yes. Because again, with this, small home-based businesses are handy because, like, when Wyeth left, that was 2,500-ish employees just gone. So I want to, like, proof the village for future. So in case a business leaves, it isn't such an impact of 1,500 jobs just evaporating overnight. It's really sad to see any business leave, but when when I see a business closing with 25 employees or a business closing with 1,500 employees, obviously the 25 employees is going to be a much smaller impact. And I want a bunch of 25 employee-sized businesses, not one giant one. Restoring Lake Street buildings. That'll go there. Because I don't consider, like, the structure all that historic. This is a neat building, but it's not a historic building. It's not like this is a one-of-a-kind unique architecture. It's not like any one of these buildings is one-of-a-kind unique architecture. Especially that thing. Yeah. That's ugly. That is on a completely different level. Yeah, none of these buildings are, like, exceedingly historic. They're just kind of there. I wouldn't mind if new buildings were put in that had this style, because some of these buildings are old and not really built the best. In fact, you can see in this. It's now gone, but you can actually see how bad this thing was leaning over the other building. They're old. They weren't built to last as long as they are. This building is built very nicely, and someone took pride in it. They've stuck their name on it. Someone took pride in building that. So this building is worthy of preserving. I'm going to offend someone. I'm picking and choosing through this thing, but this is, again, my personal opinion. Oops. That's another building that was built very nicely. The Myers building. It's got a plaque on it. Can't read it because the camera's not that good. This one here was built very nicely as well. Bauer on Block, 1908. Very nicely built building. Although it's kind of interesting. It looks like this is the bottom level is original, and then someone just kind of... Yeah, the second floor brickwork isn't as nice. But some of these other ones, if they're demolished and replaced eventually, I am not going to cry over it. As long as the general style is preserved with stores on the first floor, stores on the first floor, apartments above. I want that style to stay. Some of them... I know how old some of these buildings get. I do insurance audits. Most of these buildings are perfectly sound. I'm not saying they're not, but they get old. Although this building is kind of a neat one. Because they don't build porches like that anymore. Okay, back to the survey. So, meh, there. Rank the top 3 priorities. Successful Lake Street businesses. Next. Independent, locally owned businesses. Next. Small home-based businesses. More of them. There we go. Some kayak and boat rental places would be great. What goods, services, or industries would you most like to see expand within the village? Click all that apply. I do not want a Target here. No, 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 no. No Target. No big box general stores. Gift store, specialty, recreation, sporting goods and services, yes. Meh. Yes. There we go. We have enough restaurants. I am actually amazed at how many restaurants this village can support. To be perfectly honest, I am amazed. We have a lot of restaurants. Next. What would that be? Commercial, retail, mixed use, beach, lake recreation, sure trails, arts and culture, yes. Educational, interpretive, meh. I don't have a short response. I'll click on this because it's a meh. The rest, the other ones that are not clicked, no, not so much. Restaurants. Which I spelled wrong. Oh no, the entire village knows I can't spell it. Who's spell? How about the grocery store? We've got a grocery store in Champlain at Price Chopper. I would like a small retail grocery store for like fruits and vegetables and stuff, but I don't want a big box store. I just don't want a big box store. Because I don't think that would I don't think that'd be very good of a fit for the character of the village. It'd be convenient to like have a price chopper or something like that in Rouse's Point. It'd certainly be convenient, but that is not a deal breaker for me. The lake. Climate. I like the climate. I don't like shoveling, but I do like the climate. More stores in downtown. Historic preservation. The railroad yard. The turntable. But that's not actually in village boundary. That's Champlain. That would be cool. Something could be done with that. Oh, and the fort. Well, I'd like to preserve the fort, but the fort's basically already collapsed. More stores in town. A park at the fort. A community garden. I spelled that wrong. Garden. There we go. Three things you'd like to preserve for future generations. The fort, the railroad, table, and yard. And the train station. Oh, the survey's done already. That's quick. What else? What else? What else? What else? What do I think the fort... I'm going to say the survey forgot about the fort. It forgot about Fort Montgomery. There's no mention of Fort Montgomery. And as such, I spent most of the time talking about other things and not thinking about this fort at all. So this should have been addressed more. Maybe. Best Friend's Family Diner. This is nice to eat at. I like that place. Gino's Pizza is really good to eat at. So there's 2 restaurants. The Legion's good to eat at. There's 3. Lakeside Coffee is good, although I wouldn't consider them a restaurant. They're a coffee shop. Sandy's is good. So what does that give us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Casa Capitano. 7. Angelo's Pizza and Grill. 7 restaurants in this tiny little area. That is a lot of restaurants. I'm amazed everyone can be supported. Oh, there's a bar here, but I don't know if they cook anything, so that might be 8 even. Yeah. We get a lot of food. A lot of food. But yeah, the survey forgot about the fort. We forgot to put the fort into the survey. Oh well. Yeah, that gas station that was over here on Champlain Street. It'd be nice to see something done with this again. Because there was a Chinese place in there. There's a dry cleaners in there. The gas station was there. It was nice. The foundation's still there. Could probably be reused. Turn it into some sort of year-round farmer's market, maybe. Little kind of store thing. That'd be nice along here. Got the dentist's office, and then Cornerstone over there. And then we got our auto parts, O'Reilly Auto Parts there, which is handy. I've gotten lots of parts for my car from there. My car broke down in this driveway. Right back there, the brake seized up. Why did the guy... I do not know why that grocery store left. I do not know why the grocery store left. I don't even remember the name of the grocery store that was over here. Because it was a Grand Union at one time. From my understanding. But one reason why it might have is because this is tiny, and grocery stores always have razor-thin margins. They don't survive. They don't have a huge margin. So when Price Chopper came in over here, it really wouldn't take much business to go to Price Chopper from the local grocery store over here before the local grocery store here died. Because you're dealing with a business where their main inventory goes to waste. And if they don't sell it, it's gone. It's a write-off. So they have to keep turning over that inventory, and if it doesn't sell, yeah, they don't survive. It's not possible to. Their margins are razor thin. So yeah, when Price Chopper came in and we had a nice grocery store, enough business was taken from here that they left. That's what would have taken care of them. Which is unfortunate, but that's just the reality of it because the margins are so thin. I've heard there's some sort of secret deal that no other grocery store will move into the area as long as Price Chopper's here. I really don't buy that. It's the basic reality that people go here for their food. They're not going to go to a smaller store if they've got to end up going over to Price Chopper anyway. And the margins are just too thin. Kind of like with the Anchorage here. We don't need a huge number of rooms, so no hotel's going to move in. And if we do get another hotel that moves in, it's probably going to be over in this area, over in Champlain, because this is where the highway is. So even if we have like an insane amount of tourism here, most likely you're going to see a bed and breakfast like Bord du Lac here, more than a hotel. The village would be better for bed and breakfasts. A hotel will be over here with access to the highway, access to the Canadian border. It's just a more central location. So that way if they stay here overnight, they can go over to Rouse's Point, they can see what little is left in Champlain, or they can get on the highway and go south to Plattsburgh with no trouble at all. Word on the street, Price Chopper bought out the store's competition. The store will save a lot. Yeah, I could understand Price Chopper buying them out. And they certainly would have accepted it because of the razor thin margins and the competition. The local store just wasn't going to survive anyway. By the way, I'm reading the comments on the other screen. Because I've got to be, well, there's an event for me, Adirondack Young Professionals. They started at the Strand Theater at 6, which was 11 minutes ago. I told them I'd be late. Over here, I'm going to bring this over here. Does anyone have any other comments, questions, concerns? Because this is certainly the time, because I'm here. And I'd like to do streams like this once a week, or at least once a month, but I've been really busy. There's nothing from the YouTube part of the stream, and my Twitch stream is also equally quiet. And if there's no other comments or questions, I'm going to go, and I'm going to go to the Adirondack Young Professionals event in Plattsburgh. Ooh. Hi, Mike. I'm really, 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 really bad with names. So, unless I saw your face, I wouldn't actually realize you're on the Planning and Zoning Board. I am atrociously bad with names and connecting them to faces. Actually, it was really good we had name tags in the Army, because if we didn't have name tags in the Army, I wouldn't have known who the heck I was talking to. Without name tags and ranks in the Army on people's uniforms, I would have known who I was talking to. Just some other random guy in camo, like every other random guy in camo. I unintentionally really pissed off a colonel one day. I know now, yeah. Oh, only 5 viewers. I'm hoping lots of people do this. Apparently we've gotten somewhere between 90 and 100 responses. I'd like to get 150 before they close it out. But yeah, I know my mom's on there. The only name there's only 2 names I remember in association with the Planning and Zoning Board, and that is Pat and my mom. And now Michael. Mumley. I'll probably remember Mumley before I remember Michael. Mostly because I deal with lots of Mikes. That's actually how I remember Cooper. Because of his last name. There's a lot of Johns, but I remember Cooper by his last name and call him Code Cooper. Anybody else have any questions? Because I've enjoyed this stream. I should do these more often. Kind of like modern day fireside chats. Alrighty, barring any further comments, I'm going to end the stream and get going. Now you all get to see me into infinity again. I'm going to move this over so I can still see it in case there's any other last minute comments. Stop the Twitch.